Hi guys! I just want to share quickly with you how I got out of depression and all of those fears, anxieties, and introspection. Back then, I was in a really desperate point of my life. I was totally discouraged and in a pit where I couldn't go on with life. Every day I was crying and crying. I was almost not able to do anything. It was like a blanket or a veil was over my eyes and everything looked gray, everything looked lifeless. I was myself lifeless and I felt there is no hope for me, and how shall I go on with living? How shall I go on just to be functioning in this world? So that was a time where I was crying a lot, I was sleeping a lot. There came a point I just couldn't face relationships anymore. Relationships were so hard for me. When I was like 2 hours with people, my body was shaking. Suddenly I couldn't go to school anymore. That was a time I couldn't learn anymore because my brain, my thoughts, my feelings, they were just tormented day and night. And I really was desperate and at a point where I almost committed suicide. Yes, and that was a really hard time in my life where I wanted to kill myself on my birthday because I felt there is nothing worth live for. There was nothing where I wanted to go on. There was nothing where I felt life is beautiful. There is something in life that I want to live for. And back then I just started crying out to God because He was really my last hope. I knew my heart was shattered. I knew I have nothing if He's not intervening and helping me and healing me and restoring me. There is no one and nothing that will help me in this life. I was really at a desperate point where I couldn't cope with relationship. I couldn't cope with life. I couldn't cope with almost nothing, and I felt stuck and I felt like a failure and totally full of introspection and sadness, where you're analyzing yourself over and over again, and where all of those thoughts drain out the life of you. You're just drained out with all those thoughts and you just can't go on. And every little task in life, every little task is just overwhelming. It's overwhelming, and the thought just to think about it is draining out the life of you. And I definitely know how it is to be depressed and in a pit full of darkness and hopelessness. And really, it was really a time where I just wanted to kill me on my birthday. I was full of anxieties, I was full of fears, I was full of fear to cope with people, to cope with life, to cope with tasks of everyday life. And the Lord came and restored me, and He heard my cry back then. He heard my cry where I was just crying that He would come and deliver me from all those tormenting thoughts, from all this torment day and night. He came and He delivered me, and I'm so thankful. I'm just so thankful. He took out all of those fears. He started to fill me with His joy. He took out all the sadness. He started to heal my heart. And what was so precious to me back then was that the Lord started to give me the feelings how He loves me, that I could feel actually that He really loves me, and this love started to heal my heart. He started to reveal Himself as a father, as a true father He really is, and this started to heal so deep areas in my heart and in my life. And I'm just so thankful that the Lord intervened in all of this hopelessness and all of this depression. And today it's just amazing because I'm not the same person anymore, not at all, because he freed me from so many fears, from so much anxiety, and from depression, from sadness, from all this death was what was inside of me, all those things that died inside of me, all those dreams, all those things you just want to live for. He delivered me from that. He totally delivered me, and I'm now absolutely able to cope with life, to enjoy life in fullness, to be full of joy. Today I have 2 beautiful children and I love them. I truly love my children. And I have a beautiful and a handsome husband, and I just can say it's so great what God can do in someone's life. And yeah, it's great to experience God as a father. And it's great when you start to really get to know the ways of God, how He really imagined life to be if we are walking in His ways. I never knew that before, although I was a Christian my whole life. And I started to get to know His ways, and I can truly say that it works. It works to go in the ways of God, and He's such a great Father that He's just pouring out His love and goodness and mercy over me. And I can truly say the grace of God has saved my life. And if you are hopeless, if you are desperate, I just want to say to you, there is hope. There is truly hope for you, because I know how it is to be at the point of life where you just can't go on anymore. There is hope for you. And there are 2 books that really impacted my life. And yeah, I just want to encourage you, if you want to, you can read them. They changed my life, and they showed me the Father and how life was meant to be in a really deep way, and that is Finding Father, Finding Wholeness by Greg Violi, and Depression and Introspection from Greg Violi. So check it out, check the website out. I will link them under this video. And yeah, it's great to know the Father.